Last time on Herb Vendor. So there I was, chilling in Darkshire with some friends. Actually, really everyone was there. The Diablo 4 release was going on in WoW, and temporary server changes had everyone separated within the larger cities. That's right, the very cities that happen to be our sanctuaries here on RP Realms. And Moonguard's no different. In all reality, I wasn't too bummed out about it. Everyone kind of collectively decided that Darkshire would be the new hangout spot during the event, and the event itself has literally just ended. What had felt like an eternity had finally come to an end. It's not like the entirety of the event was wasted, however. My guild had gone on a few RP adventures with the man himself, Wheat Elf. Even he was excited for things to return to normal now that this Diablo event was ending. First, though, we had one final event planned, a gathering at the Dark Moon Fair. I don't know the lore of this whole situation, so I've kind of always had it headcanon that it's just the dev team's homage to the Gathering of the Juggalos, just with less clown-themed music and no one doing whippets. I hadn't ever been to the Dark Moon Fair before, or the IRL variation of it. So I was pretty excited when my friend group got together that night. Even more excited when we ran into other players. And this guy happened to be a Stormwind City Guard. This wasn't my first run-in with the local law enforcement and good old Stormwind here. Remember a few videos back in this series during the big-ass motorcycle ride? I don't remember his name. I think... Oh, it was that. I wasn't sure at this point if these were rogue agents or a team of police working for some collective governmental hive mind. That guard smelled me as he walked by. We've got to be careful. Good, he's far. Let us follow him. I was happy to see our friends Cute Little Bread and Shampoopy join us. Shampoopy, Cute Little Bread, hello. Just then, the guard happened to walk right by us. Excuse me, guard.
Yeah, what is it?
I have a few questions regarding the legality of herbs currently within the city limits.
Well, that depends on the herb.
Okay. What about these in particular?
These are weeds, sir.
Okay, yeah, cool. He says they're fine. Now that I knew we had the city guard's blessing to sell our wares throughout the city, I felt even more confident doing business. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Wheat Elf appeared. Greetings, Wheat Elf, my lord.
What are you fucking Captain Planet?
サロン密林の半身浴でリラックス。体の動きをコントロールする。
He states herbs are now legal within Stormwind.
I should return to my patrol. Light be with all of you.
We made our way through the darkened city streets until he led us into a cool little area where I saw that one dude from Breaking Bad that one time. We each partook in inhaling whatever the hell these crystals were. Perhaps they granted us otherworldly abilities. Or they were just crack. We really let Jesus take the wheel that day, and threw our inhibitions to the wind as we stood before them shiny sumbitches. Immediately afterwards, we made our venture to the fair. It was awesome seeing so many familiar faces. Even my in-game RP lawyer was there. I don't think I've introduced him before, so let me do this formally. Okay, that might not be exactly him, but that's how I see him in my mind. Good old Autorunner here has gotten me out of many a jam. A true man of the law. He also used to be a human, and role-plays as a hardly functioning alcoholic. That's my kind of lawyer right there. Truth is, Autorunner is an alt of one of my buddies who happens to be one of the few officers in my guild. One of the only members in the guild who actually pushes content and plays the game. The fair was full of some pretty cool shit. There was this game where you pay to get to throw stuff at turtles. Hell yeah. There's a tent you can go in that makes you fight everyone. Most importantly, there was a roller coaster. I don't fear them, but I won't ride them either. As a kid one summer, my family was at Six Flags Magic Mountain and someone else's puke flew back and hit me in the face on the Viper. It was the same trip that my cousin threw my Game Boy Color from the moving car window because she didn't get Kirby Tilt and Tumble. How do you not get it? It's Kirby. You tilt him, you tumble him a little bit. He's rhombus. After a few minutes of convincing, Wheat Elf got me to agree to ride the pixelated version of a deeply intense childhood trauma. Gang shit. It ended up not really being that bad. Actually, it gave me strength. Emboldened me, even. I hadn't really walked around and talked to anyone since the Diablo 4 event in-game, besides that one guard, and it was time to get back on that horse. As I made my medium/large-sized bird descent into Stormwind, I figured I'd land in that one area. It had just semi-recently become my favorite place to walk around and shoot the shit with people. The mage quarters are cool, but everyone in there is hella goth, and if I can't talk to the one at 7-Eleven, I can't talk with the several dozen here. When I finally landed, I couldn't help but notice a cool Fantasia-esque broom. I am in awe. This device. Is it a Dyson ball? Must be a Roomba. Sorry to misgender it. I'll leave now. Cool broom.
Is it good at cleaning up pet poop? I'm asking for a friend.
I clean everything in this park.
So does that include pet poop?
Yeah, but what about the poop?
I feel like you're avoiding the question. I'll believe you this once. Proom.
Farewell, Prim. The gang had caught back up with me, and we went about our stroll after that. The city was so peaceful at night. Still crowded, sure, but on a more chill note. We were blazing it fat behind a building when suddenly my lawyer yelled something out.
The Freds are here.
Autorunner wasn't wrong. This was literally a guild of guards. The Popo. At the time, I didn't know the size of the guild, nor if they were actually RPing as city guards. I figured the smartest way to figure this out was to attempt to sell drugs in front of them. Herbs for sale. Come get your illegal herbs. Greeting, protectees. Here you are, my friend. Enjoy.
Can we help you, gentlemen?
Sorry to bother. I have a quick question regarding the legality of herbs in the city. Oh, they whispered me.
Would we have consent to walk up and investigate the situation?
Be cool. Be cool. Haha, yeah, so these eagle herbs. Oh, hey, officer. Greetings. We were just eating some parsley. It's salad.
LT. Riluin, please go down and assist SFC Solstice with PFC Reed.
I'm hearing talk of legal herbs.
Very legal. Fully legal and recreational. Very legal. These are what's in question.
Weeds. These are just weeds, not illegal stuff like fellweed.
Thank God I totally have 0 fellweed on me. I hadn't even realized how seriously things were being taken until I noticed we were stepping into their headquarters.
Yes, please take a seat inside.
It's so dumb to me that I was actually nervous sitting in there. Mainly, I just didn't want any of my guildmates to get involved with any shit they didn't want to be. And I also wanted to keep my, nice and chill dude reputation I had earned on Moonguard intact.
SFC Solstice, you saw fellweed in one of their possessions.
It's medicinal, I swear.
Of course, sir. Fellweed can be legally possessed with a harmful drug license issued by a medical professional. Are you in possession of such a license?
Yes. It's at home.
That is all right, sir. We keep records of all licenses here at City Hall. What is your name and I can find a copy?
I figured my best option was to give a fake name. Miguel Santropoulos. Be cool, be cool.
Why do you keep saying to be cool?
It appears there is no license under that name. Who is the medic who prescribed the prescription?
Book it, gang. We made our swift escape, but I didn't even realize that our precious auto-runner had been too drunk to run away from the situation. In a no-man-left-behind fashion, I made my way back to rescue him. I had to stealth my way inside to sort of scope out the scene to see what was going on. Ah, shit, he's drunk. The only logical way to free old auto-runner here at the time seemed to be some sort of a distraction, and then he could just run his way out. Shampoopy Weed Elf and I decided to go upstairs and throw down some white smoke flares. We figured this was good enough. Weed Elf and I sat at the desk waiting for one of them to come upstairs until one of them approached in the mist.
Oh no. Weed Elf. Be cool. Hello, officer. These are just healing vapors.
You're both under arrest for breaking into the office here.
We played along with it and followed them to wherever their jail was. It would have been a real walk of shame throughout the city in front of everybody, but I mean, my character's a weed dealer, so I guess it was kind of cool. Even Raza showed up and tried to free us, but it was to no avail.
Up against the wall, please.
I feel uncomfortable with this. Steps over and pats down herb vendor for anything illegal such as drugs, weapons, or anything that would help escape such as a lockpick. Go ahead and emote what I find. Herb vendor accidentally unconceals a copious amount of herbs, both legal and illegal. There are several counterfeit Beyblades and enough Slim Jims for the whole city to feast. Just leave me my Slim Jims. I'm on a weird cutting phase of my diet. Cutting out all foods that aren't Slim Jims.
How did you break into the office?
I used my cat-like abilities.
I also need an actual name from you, sir.
My legal name is Herbert C. Vendor.
Mr. Vendor, I hereby charge you with 1 count of breaking and entering, 1 count of obstruction of justice, 1 count of possession of illegal goods, 1 count of vandalism, 1 count of resisting arrest, and 1 count of disturbing the peace. You are to remain in the stockades for 11 hours.
Like a good prisoner, I waited until the guard left and then let myself out of my cell. I had escaped, but at the cost of leaving my good friend Weed Elf behind. I knew that this would have to be a task for another day, as it was like, I don't know, 3 in the morning or some shit, and I pretty much had to go to sleep.
Next time on Herb Vendor.